Here come the Yankees. Let's get behind and cheer the Yankees. They're gonna learn to fear the Yankees. Everyone knows they play to win, 'cause they're the New York Yankees.
If you don't have the desire, I don't think you can do anything. You have to want to do something real bad before you can do it, and any kid that doesn't have desire and really love the game, it makes no difference whether you're hitting or trying to field or anything, you can't do it. You really have to want to.
The voice you just heard was that of all-time Yankee great Mickey Mantle, and I'm Jerry Coleman, with a message to you young baseball players from the New York Yankees. You'll be hearing from Yankee players Tommy Tresh, Joe Pepitone, Elston Howard, Mel Stottleymre, and more from Mickey himself, as well as Yankee manager Ralph Houk and third base coach Frank Crosetti. We hope that this record will help you improve your play. Who knows, it might even start you on the path to the major leagues, and eventually to a place on the New York Yankees. Spectacular events occur every year in Major League Baseball. Many of these have happened in the famed Yankee Stadium. Listen as we turn back the clock to the afternoon of July 4th, 1939, as we hear the never-to-be-forgotten words of the Iron Horse of Baseball, Lou Gehrig, in his farewell address.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Gehrig's all-time record of 2,130 consecutive games played is one that may never be surpassed. Now let's listen to the finish of one of the greatest games ever pitched in the long history of baseball. Let's go back to the afternoon of October 8, 1956, as Don Larson is about to become the first pitcher to hurl a perfect game in a World Series.
2 strikes and a ball. Mitchell waiting, stands deep, feet close together. Larson is ready, gets the sign. 2 strikes, ball one. Here comes the pitch. Strike three.
Another one of the great moments in Yankee Stadium history. And now let's go to Cooperstown, where Joe DiMaggio is making his Hall of Fame acceptance speech. The date, July 25th, 1955.
This is a happy day for me. I'm very happy to be put alongside of Lou Gehrig and next another teammate, Bill Dickey, and with the rest of the old-time Hall of Famers and the present ones. I would like to say to Joe McCarthy, thanks for my early training in baseball. And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I say, the last chapter has been written, and I can now close the book.
On the afternoon of May 14, 1967, Mickey Mantle became the 6th player to hit 500 Major League home runs. Let's switch back once again to pick up that magic moment.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Mantle waits. Stu Miller is ready. Here's the payoff pitch by Miller to Mantle. Swung on, there she goes! There she goes!
Those were just a few of the untold number of great thrills through the years. And wouldn't it be wonderful to someday be a part of such a thrilling event yourself? Perhaps these pointers can help make a dream like that possible and help you on the road to the majors, or at least make you a better player on your school team or in the league that you play in. We hope this will not only improve your play, but add to the fun you get out of baseball. To be a good baseball player, it takes ability, but it's more than just ability that makes the great baseball player. Let's listen to manager Ralph Houk.
Naturally, you have to have ability, but there have been a lot of ball players, Jerry, that have made themselves real good ball players. They're the ones that work at it, study it, practice it, and listen to their coaches and managers, and are always alert.
When a manager is deciding who will make his team, he's on the lookout for some telltale signs that will indicate the type of boy that he wants.
It's a boy that's clean cut. He doesn't have to be big. He's a boy that studies the game. He's usually a good scholar in school, and he's a boy that, above all else, is competitive. That will work. I don't think any boy that can become a good professional baseball player unless he practices a lot and works hard and wants to be a ball player.
Many boys watch the major league players very closely when they're hitting and then try to copy the style used by their big league heroes.
One thing he shouldn't do is copy professional ball players that he sees on television, because sometimes a boy then will not be playing in his natural way. In other words, I think that every young boy has his own natural way, and for instance, if he tried to take a stance of a Mantle or a Tommy Tresh, this might not be his natural way of hitting. I would say as far as hitting goes, he should just stand natural. He should try to learn to swing the bat level. He should pick out a bat that is not too heavy for him, one that he can handle. And I think then he should listen to his coaches, but he should not try to copy other ball players.
To many, the most fascinating part of baseball is hitting. Using the proper bat is very important. If you're not quite certain exactly what type bat is best for you, then maybe the advice given by Mickey Mantle will help you some.
When I first started playing ball, I think that the trend was toward the heavy bat, but it seems to me that nowadays you have to use a lighter bat because the pitching has changed so much. I think that you should use a lighter bat because you can, if you do stride and you're fooled, you can still whip it a little bit faster than you can a heavy bat.
A new idea in baseball has been gathering momentum for the last 10 or 15 years, the switch hitter. Is it a good idea?
It's been good for me. My father, when I first started playing baseball, when I was 5 years old, it was before they had ever started platooning, but he had told me that someday the game's going to come down to a point where a right-handed hitter will hit against left-handed pitching and left-handed hitters will hit against right-handed pitchers. But there's a lot of advantages to it, and I think the best of all is, like I said, you don't have the ball breaking away from you.
Another important point that Mickey makes is to hit the ball where it's pitched. Should young players guard against pulling too much?
Well, not only for youngsters, I think for Major League ball players this is a problem. When I go on the road, it seems to me like I have better road trips than I do when I get back in the stadium, because the first thing I do when I come back in here after I've hit a few home runs is start trying to pull the ball down the right field line. And if you try to pull a good pitcher, he'll just eat you up. You can't do it.
Remember to take advantage of all the equipment that's available to you, especially the batting helmet.
When they first come in with the helmets, I didn't care anything about putting them on because I was a switch hitter. So I had plenty of time to get out of the way. But I've seen, I guess since I've been with the Yankees, about 4 or 5 guys hit in the head. And I think if it hadn't been for those helmets, that there would have been some of them not around today.